let's roll.
Wow, that's so freaking cool. What is it called?
G305 Lil 3.
This is the Razer Naga Trinity. It is my old mouse. It's really heavy. This is me ripping apart the G305. I like this mouse because when I looked for like cheap wireless mouse, this thing was like $30 and all the other ones were like $50. So that's pretty much arbitrary. I know there's like some better Chinese ones. Like I was looking on like mouse reviews, I think, but I like this one. It's kind of convenient. Like a lot of modding's been done for it. It's pretty popular, so I can like look at screw holes, and I have the whole like 3D scan of the motherboard, which is nice. Yeah, and I feel like it's really popular. Like a bunch of my friends have. I think like 3 or 4 of my friends actually have this mouse, so they can try out what I make and then tell me if it's like good or bad, and I can like make it even better. I actually printed one right now that I'm using. It's definitely not the final version, but I like this mouse a lot. Like it's not terrible. It's really good for the price, and for the most part, it's been like pretty good experience. I think definitely better than my old Razer mouse, which was like aiming with a brick. Kind of sucks. Anyway, back to it. Here I'm just weighing out all the components. Here is the motherboard, 10 grams, all the buttons, 3 grams, screws, 0 grams. This is just one piece of the plastic. I liked the G logo, so I was thinking about like using it, but I'm definitely not. This is all of the plastic without the G logo, 55 grams, scroll wheel, 3 grams, battery, 23 grams, and then this is the motherboard with the buttons and the battery. So that's the minimum weight I could have. So my original plan was to make like 2 mice, one that was like for gaming and one that was super ergo. So this is the ergonomic one I was working on. I just put the motherboard on a sheet of paper and then I just wrapped it in clay. And then I kind of iterated, got a couple of versions, but then I went too far, it looked super ugly. So then I took it all off and then made another one, which it doesn't look super great, but it felt like super comfortable. So then I just put both the mice that I wanted to scan in my sink. I scanned the ergo mouse that I made, and then I also scanned my Razer, sprayed them with my scanning spray. Then I put them on my 3D scanner, and it turned out pretty good. That part was like easy. Next, I peel the clay off. This is just a screenshot of the STL file that I got, but I didn't end up using. This is the inside of the lithium-ion rechargeable AAA battery. I just pulled it out of the metal.
I just need breakfast first.
This literally just caught on fire, so be careful if you're trying to cut this cable with scissors.
Then to kind of get a feel of what I wanted, I printed this mouse. I just found it on printables. It worked pretty nice. I didn't have skates for it though, so I was literally just using like stickers that I had. But even with that, it was so much better than my old mouse. It was ridiculous. I cannot use the other mouse. It's unusable now. This is the motherboard that I got the STL file for, and then I made the base for it, which looks pretty sweet. Here's a picture of the motherboard on the base. It's very small, like, I don't know, surprisingly small. And then I made 3 like shell variations for the base, because I was just seeing how it felt. So this one I just made a big block in Blender, and then I like molded it to fit onto a base. Molded it to fit on the base. And then it sucked. It felt so weird, and it is so tiny, it's ridiculous. So then I made the next version, which was, I made the most of it in Fusion, and then I just like made it smooth and like more better. I don't know, more gooder. And then I printed this one. I printed the first two, and I didn't like the feel of the first one, and then the second one, that little hole on the primary click was like way too small. But like the shape was like all right, and maybe a little bit too, like the height difference between primary and secondary was a little bit too much. And then the final one I made was in Fusion, and I just pretty much overlaid it on top of the one I made earlier, and then just made it out of a solid, just so I could cut holes in it with the hexagon. That was like crashing my computer. It was rough, but that is it. Then I'll show the final product after that, and then I'll talk. Okay, so this is the finished mouse. It looks pretty, like, I don't know, clean, I guess. It's like an aesthetic. It's not perfect. There's definitely a bunch of stuff wrong with it, but this is the motherboard on the base. I got the side buttons on. I chose to remove, like, these things start on like a little base, so you can literally just screw them in. I chose to remove that and literally solder it straight to the motherboard. But I think that saves like literally half a gram. So it's like low-key not worth doing. And then I'll show off this is the final product. I got these mouse buttons. The mouse buttons are like messed up. Like I'll show that in a second. And then I'm gonna make this base symmetrical because it actually doesn't need to indent because the mouse is just super narrow already. I want to make this part a little bit longer, and then I want to angle it like this way. Probably something like this. Angle-wise. Something like that. More like. Also extrude it more because it doesn't feel great. Like it's in the right spot. It just needs a little tweaking. These need to be slanted downwards. Like if you look at them right now, they're level like this. They need to be slanted like this as well, so I can like kind of pull back on them a little bit. I noticed that like literally every mouse does that, and I was like, I didn't really know why, but now I know why. It's like it's a comfort thing because it feels like your fingers are trapped almost when they don't have that. And I'll remove like this little lip stuff is just unnecessary. So there's gonna be a down slope, maybe like a slight curve in, but definitely not to this extent and with like big sidewalls. Yeah, my file name's cooked. It is this one. This is the final version. So the switches, they fit in those slots. They actually worked really nice. Like I literally just pushed it in, soldered to it. It was not that hard. This thing hooks around the motherboard. Oh, I clicked it twice. Shoot. What the heck? There we go. Yeah, so it hooks around. This is I believe it's the plug for those two switches. And this one is actually this switch that I made a wire go from right there to right here so I could have my third mouse button. Because never in my life have I used a DPI switch button. And these are the skates. They worked out pretty good. I'm probably gonna, like, instead of it being level with it, I'm probably gonna put them down just a tiny bit, but that would make it too high. So I'm really gonna raise this up a little bit and leave these guys in the same level. Then I'll probably do 3 skates because I don't think I really need 4. Then I low-key think I can make it a bit shorter because it doesn't need to be round. It can be straight. I like kind of like the aesthetic, like the 90-degree angles, like a chamfer on them. Yeah, and that is all that I have right now. Also, I made this thing purple and clear so I could see how the stuff worked, but it's really not very helpful. Also, forgot again that I need to add the USB-C charging, and shout out this guy on this YouTube video I was watching. 1/3 AAA. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Also, huge shout out for AP Plays 11 for teaching me how to use the adaptions. Bart balls, circle, W triangle, dollar.